Dude that came, or the one that came about the trees. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pizza Fest here at Greenwood City Hall this evening. It's our special call meetings, council meeting on Wednesday, October the 16th, 2024 at 5:50 p.m. Ms. Derry, would you call the roll, please?
Yes. AC Brown.
Here.
Ralph Meeker.
Here.
Tim Terry.
Here.
Roger Rainwater.
Here.
Steve Tedford is absent. And Rod Powell.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you very much. We do have pizza. Please help yourself, everybody, because there's plenty. There's a lot of pizza up here, so please help yourself and do that during the meeting. Don't hesitate.
Okay, man.
I want to, except for Dalton, I do want to say and recognize our best dressed police department in the state of Arkansas here tonight. Thank you for joining us. You clean up well. We got 3 items on the agenda tonight, and we'll get right to the business so people can go home, be with their families. First on the agenda is the City Clerk Treasurer confirmation of Parks Commission member Gwen Martin.
So the the vacancy left by Joel Goldstein, he decided that he wouldn't renew, and Gwen Martin is our alternate on there, and she agreed to go ahead and fill that vacancy, and the commission unanimously approved her. So now the rules say that the city council has to confirm. She's sitting there in the audience, and she's been coming to all of our meetings and very involved. Just for an alternate, it's really impressive how involved she's made herself.
I make a motion, we approve Gwen Martin.
Second. Motion is second to approve.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Baker?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Rainwater?
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you.
Alternate member name, do we know?
Not yet.
They didn't do that. They did name the co-chair, or I'm sorry, chair is Brandon Terry.
Brendan Tate.
Sorry, I just looked right at you. Brandon, yeah, Brandon is in town, isn't he? Brandon Tate and co-chair Cindy Bell.
Yeah.
So thank you for being part of it. My congratulations and condolences all at the same time. Gwen's husband, if you don't know, Chad, serves on our Water Wastewater Commission. So, they moved here and have jumped right into fire. So thank you for that. Next on the agenda is police resolution accepting firehouse subs grant.
Council, Mr. Mayor, Madam Clerk, Mr. Attorney, in front of you is a resolution to accept a grant from Firehouse Subs. This grant was researched and sought out by Sergeant Mahan. He took his own initiative to reach out for this grant. We was approved for $23,000, roughly a little over $23,000, to purchase 9 portable AWIN radios and the accessories that goes with that. And he's here today. He's dressed up, and I wanted to acknowledge him for doing that. He's knocking it out of the park. I moved him to a position when I took over. He's over our fleet now, and he also does our IT and our training program. And he just continues to get us where we need to be towards our goals that we're trying to achieve, and getting some of these grants are a part of that. So I'm ecstatic that he did that for us.
I think he deserves a hand.
I was in there. I thought you were thinking for dressing up, but you're thinking for actually doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just set the bar.
You set the bar.
Yeah. Well, I told you in the last council that we have applied for 2 grants. This one that Sergeant Mahan seeked out. Also, he's helping Lieutenant Gossett with the DPS grant, and we're hopeful that confident and hopeful that we'll get that grant. And I think we'll know something maybe December on that. So, any questions about that? Ask that you approve it and we accept the money.
I commend him for his initiative, and I make a motion that we adopt the resolution accepting the money from the
Second.
firehouse.
Have a motion second.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Meeker?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Mr. Rainwater?
Yes.
And Mr. Powell?
Yes.
It's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Chief. And thank you. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy your dinner. Yes, sir. Number 3 is the abated property auction protocol. I'm going to turn this over to our city attorney, let him handle it. He's excited, I'm sure. But this is coming at the 22nd, as you know, at 2:00 at the courthouse clerk's office. So if you got questions or whatever you need to know, let us know.
So I guess this is an extension of the discussion we had at our regular meeting. And there was some discussion about what the mayor would be authorized to bid. So obviously we have a lien on the property for $17,400. We're also entitled to attorney's fees, and post and pre and post judgment interest. And we're in the process of calculating what our fees were. We should have it all as on client log at the office. And we're also going to calculate the pre-judgment interest from the time the suit was filed up until the point the judge signed the decree. And the post-judgment interest will be calculated from the date the judge signed the decree to the date of the sale. And so those amounts don't have been written tonight, but I would recommend authorizing the mayor to make a bid in the aggregate amount of all those things together.
Let me ask you, so if we have those totals, whether he bids on it or not, we did that anyway, since that is part of the lien?
Yes. Yes, that comes off the top, but I mean, there was some discussion last meeting. I think Rod was talking about it. Y'all were talking back and forth about, authorizing him to make that bid. And so that would be my recommendation. As I said, I don't have all those numbers tallied up yet, but I'm assuming it's gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, 21, maybe 22,000.
There's no reserve on this. We get the 20,000,
That would be us setting the reserve essentially.
that would set the reserve. If somebody were to purchase the property less than, say, 10,000, do we still have a lien on that property?
Well, they won't, if we make a bid for that amount, then 10,000 won't buy it. Somebody will have to outbid us
Okay.
to buy it. If they don't outbid us, then we just bought it for free, basically, because we have that amount coming to us. So it
So-
won't cost us anything out of pocket.
So if,
Travis, that these auctions, other than being a property auction, is like a normal, just with an auctioneer, and the auctioneer, you write it down and you submit it like a bid.
No, so the clerk is appointed as commissioner, so it'll be one of the ladies in the clerk's office, not Sean Luther.
I think it's
So-
Biffy. We talked to Biffy on the phone and
Yeah.
Biffy over there.
Yeah,
She never
50s.
looked at the numbers and that on that?
No, I doubt it'll be anything like that. But she's appointed as the commissioner for the purpose of this sale. Based on who places the winning bid, she'll then, issue a commissioner's deed. And I'll have to file stuff with the court for the court to approve the commissioner's deed and report of sale and all that stuff.
Well, it's not sealed bid, it's out.
Oh, it's open.
It's open.
It's open, yes.
So, at the risk of showing our hand, I mean, we can't really say, Mayor, here's the max bid we'd like you to go. I mean, you really, and then obviously as a city board, we need transparency, so how do we not say, don't go over 500 grand or whatever, I'm just throwing an arbitrary number, I mean.
Yep. So if I may.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have that if you're looking for an answer. What I brought to everybody's attention last week or when we met was that option. If the council was even remotely interested in buying a building, acquiring a building.
I'm personally not.
Well, and I only said it because I thought, I don't want us to look back
Right.
and go, wish we had. So I said it in a public meeting to say, if you are, then you have to have a plan. And we talked about what that plan could look like, and it has to be out. I mean, there's no other way to do it. So I personally, if it's worth anything, just as soon us do what we've done, because we with this man's making it happen, we pushed the envelope to say we need something done with this location, this building and this property. We called his hand, I suppose. And I think that's good enough. I threw out there and I talked to department heads recently, even before recently, hey, what would you think if we picked up all of our toys and went over there and put everything under roof, and it'd be nice? But it does nothing for the city of Greenwood economically or tax base. It doesn't do anything. So I personally, if it, like I said, it's y'all's decision, but I think we've done what we should do. We get our money back, and then hopefully, somebody gets it, does something with it that does just what, and it's going to be up to them what they do. We don't want to get right back where we were. We don't want a local owner to have it, and we're trying to do the same thing. I don't think that's going to happen. We have some very interested parties. I called several. I called one in particular who had been looking at this building for years, and I let him know ASAP, and he's taken a look at it along with, as far as I know, 4 other parties, if you will, and probably more. So I think I think we've done our due diligence to get our money back, and then get somebody in there to produce something or get rid of it. And, you know,
As long as it's not duplexes or mini stores.
well, the good news is we have the ability. I think we have more of an ability once someone purchases it. I don't know if it's more, certainly not less, to impose upon our own regulations what's going to happen. It's not meeting any code. It's in bad shape. That's how we foreclosed on it. So all those things still exist, and to allow somebody to buy it and just do nothing is on us. And I think we've got that. We've got the means to do that. So
Is, there any way that we could, preserve get the right of way or whatever to, I mean, you know, we have that street that's running right there in between Schoolcraft and.
the one that goes out the back.
But to kind of extend that street all the way on to Denver.
It was not a city street. Like Funny answer that better than I can. I think that would have to be a part of the bargaining of somebody buying it up front. I think that'd be hard to. I don't know the answer to that.
We could ask for an easement through there.
Yeah.
Similar to what we did over at Westwood. And, you know, if somebody wants to do something with the building.
Yeah.
The good thing is we have our commercial design ordinance that we can hold people to. We have landscaping. We have different ordinances in place now that we didn't have when the building was built. So if somebody comes in and they want to remodel, and okay, we've got new ordinances, and we have to follow these ordinances to do these things. And that could be one of the things that we could ask for, is an easement through there. That's an excellent road, as you know, it's concrete. I mean, it's a good road.
It's curved and gutter.
Yeah, and it would be a good cut through to there. So that just be something we'd have to negotiate with, basically.
And I would think whoever that purchaser is, depending on what their desire to do with that property, would certainly lend itself. I mean, if somebody wanted to go in there and build a subdivision or commercial here and there, they would probably want that a road, I would think.
It would have been nice to, if it were ours, to dedicate the road to the city of Greenwood and capture easements all around it and then sell it. That would have been nice, but I guess you can't do it in a situation like this. It'd have been nice to rezone it before it was sold, attach regulations to it. But
Yeah, by not being, and that's why I went to Tom's office too, and Charlotte both, and I said, you know, if we bought it to just be in control of that for 6 months, a year, to do exactly what you just said, that'd be great. But
And it would have been nice, you know, capture the roads and then section some of it off to
Right.
put back on the tax roll. So it's all producing sales tax and limited what they were doing by sales tax, because that's what pays the bills around here. So it didn't turn out what Tim said, mini storage duplexes and a pizza place. So
combined.
combined.
I know, like I said, this is a public forum, you know, we're showing our hand, but I mean, would it be, still beneficial us to kind of put and say, well, yeah, you can get up to, you know, 500,000, but like I said, you know, 50,000 or whatever, because I'm thinking, you know, something reasonable. I would like to see that it go for more than just the bare minimum, you know, somebody just say 22,000, you know, but I'm thinking that
Imagine this
Just
is,
for that reason, that, you know, that we could do something with it if we, yeah, we just, we're gonna, go ahead and extend this street, make this right away, and then we'll put up the rest, you know, for, smells or anything else wants it, but also just kind of, I don't know, I just hate to sit, like, you know, walk away for, you know, 25,000.
Of course, we don't, I mean, that, whatever it goes for goes to Mr. Lewis, obviously, if it's 500,000 or whatever it is, he, above ours. But, I mean, I see what you're saying. I personally don't want to get us, I felt really energetic about it at first until I thought, maybe we ought to just let fate handle this and hopefully. You know, the folks that I know have looked at it. They don't tell me anything and I don't ask. And I'll just say, I can say this. One was looking at it for warehouse, which it's been used for that. And that doesn't do a whole lot for us, but it makes it better than what it is now. We don't have to maintain it any longer. I hope to goodness I don't ever have to send the street department over there to mow it anymore. Or
It creates 10 jobs, that's better.
if it's 10, it's better than none. So, and warehouses do that. So there was a couple of really interested, I say really, they were interested and they were both warehouses. I don't know of a manufacturing company that I'm personally aware. I heard through the grapevine that a couple were looking at it. You know, we had people, I say we, when there's been 3 different realtors that I'm aware of that have listed that property over the years. And they all, I was there one day along with Sonny, I think, and it's been a few years ago when a company came out of Texas. There's a Chip and Joanne folks, Magnolia. They sent a crew up here and they looked at it. They didn't stay long and they never came back, but there has been some interest like that. So I tried to get a 150,000 square foot Chick-fil-A in there the other day, but that didn't.
Where's the Waffle House? We buy that, make a big Waffle.
Big Waffle House. So y'all,
Did you have any comment about, maybe the ceiling or,
We did talk about it, because anything that you do over a certain threshold is probably gonna require about an operational loan. You're gonna be looking at,
rapid fire.
it's gonna involve.
In and around in your mouth.
It's gonna involve debt service for 5 years if you were gonna do it, but you gotta look at it as an investment. Because what you do with that property appreciates over time, but you can also sell it as a parcel. Sell it all at once. There's multiple things you can do by owning that. Recourse, because any recourse come back from your sale, we're not sure and we want it.
Thanks.
The dollar amount, we didn't set one because of the fact that that's a sales, that's a show, so our hand.
Let me say this, and whether you take it into consideration, I certainly do. One of the gentlemen I called immediately to inform him of this sale is a local gentleman who's been inquiring about it for quite some time. I've not talked to him since then. And, you know, you're doing business, you do business, but I don't want him to feel like we're out trying to outbid him or all of a sudden we're showing interest when we never did before. But that's just kind of a personal thing to consider. I don't know that I would understand if he felt that he could feel that way. But you got to do what's right for the city.
again, I tagging on what you said, Mayor, I commend our city attorney for, staying on top of it, you know, get it to this point and, taking the debt that it is going up for auction. And, some new owners of property with some new ideas, I think it's gonna be exciting.
So I don't know if you want to vote or not vote, or just let it go and let it play out. That sounds like Is that what I'm hearing?
I think his recommendation was he put the minimum bid in for.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, we need that.
You have to do.
We got to do that, so,
It protects the $10,000 bid.
so we have,
Make a
Yeah,
motion that we put in, as the minimum bid, you know, whatever the mayor, the city attorney.
He said between
said that we-
21 and 22.
20-something thousand.
Aggregate amount owed back to us
Yeah.
for the abatement.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
have a motion and a second.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Meeker,
Yes.
Mr. Terry,
Yeah.
Mr. Powell,
Yes,
yeah, and Mr. Rainwater.
Yes.
All right, well, it's unanimous.
Very good. Thank you, gentlemen. We will, if you're more than welcome to come. Miss Biffy is somewhat nervous because she's never done this before. So she informed me, this is what she told me. She said, because I asked the same question, and I kind of expected Sean Looper out there. And she goes, no, it's me. And she said, where will you hold it? She said, right inside the door, literally. And depending on how many people show up, we may step either into the courtroom or out on the porch. So it might be interesting to watch.
how do they advertise it?
It went in the Arkansas, we put it in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette
Correct.
for one time. Which
That was
is,
part of our cost.
yes. And that was a requirement, or
Yeah.
so there could be,
It's also posted over there, yeah.
is it, okay, there could be a lot of people there and there could be us. I don't know.
I'm thinking both ways.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I will, I think I need to adjourn this.
Motion to adjourn it.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn.
Who said it? Meeker?
Mr.
All right.
Meeker.
Thank you.
And we'll go right into our scheduled, what are we calling this thing? Budget?
It is a third quarter financial
Quarterly
review.
Budget review. So, thank you, sir. I don't think so. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for all you done, Travis.
Yeah, thank you, Travis.
Sure enough, as they say, we will not be talking about it if we hadn't pursued. So,
Right.
all right, Mr. Marsh, I'll let you. Thanks, sir.